Welcome back to Over 50. If you're here for your first time, please hit that subscribe button, share this video with your friends out there, comment down below, like the video if you care to do that. And we watched Kansas just literally lay the smackdown on another team. I mean, Miami was just totally outmatched in the second half. I mean, you look at the first half, Miami scored 35 points. They led a 6 going into the half. I think they pissed Kansas off because Kansas came out and straight up let them score 15 points over 20 minutes. He scored 15 points over 20 minutes. You're not going to beat Topeka YMCA. And Bill Self knows a little bit about that. Just ask him, he'll tell you. I mean, this game was a tale of two halves. Kansas was marginally okay in the first half by my standards. Second half, they were lights out. I think that's the best they've played the entire year. Of course, when you start making three-point shots, then all sorts of other things tend to fall into play. When the lid comes off the basket, you tend to start. When you start to have some success, then you start to feel better, and then you start to play more loose. And when you play loose, you play better, you play well. And, well, look at the score, 76-50. I mean, there's not much to say other than that. You look at the rebounding battle. Miami had 29 rebounds for the entire game. 29 rebounds. Kansas midway through the second half at like 32. They finished the game with 41 rebounds. So you win the rebounding battle, you tend to win the game. Kansas shot 50% from the field. After a dreadful start to the game shooting threes, they ended up shooting 35% from three-point range, 36 if you round it up. Miami shot 34% from the field, 14% from three, 69% from the free throw line. But Kansas has got to improve this if they're going to keep pace with Villanova. And you cannot shoot 50% from the free throw line against Villanova and expect to win. I don't care how many threes you're hitting. When the clock is stopped, when you've got nobody guarding you, you have to be able to go up and make those shots. And going 13-26 isn't going to cut it. I mean, Lightfoot going 3 for 8. Oh, my God. I hate just looking and seeing 3 for 8. David McCormack, got to give him some props. I mean, he's the only Jayhawk that shot 75% or better from the free throw line. And speaking of his game, 15 points, 4 rebounds. We didn't see a lot of David McCormack in the second half, but I think that's just kind of the way the game sort of dictated things. David McCormack just wasn't really needed. I mean, when you had those guys on the floor in the second half that were getting the job done, if it's not broke, don't fix it. You know, what does that mean? Well, it doesn't mean if it's not broke, don't improve it, don't make it better. But if you don't need to make it better, then don't mess with it. So David McCormack didn't see a lot of time in the second half. But I love what Dan Bonner said, and I went ahead and documented this because I thought it was really an interesting quote. He said it's a dominating performance by an excellent team. I think that's about the first time we can say that this year. So Kansas goes ahead and they hold on to win. I mean, they held on in the first half to keep things close, and then in the second half they just blew Miami straight up out of the water. We see a lot of people getting some time in the stat column, but the big guys that did the job, Abaji and Brown were back. I told you in my last video, I didn't think that they would be held down 2 games in a row. McCormack had a good game. Jalen Wilson, kind of lackluster, 5 points, 3 assists, 11 rebounds, though. 11 rebounds. So while Jalen Wilson might not have shown up big in the points column, he definitely brought it, and he secured a lot of rebounds and helped Kansas win that rebounding edge. Because if you take Jalen Wilson out of the equation there, Kansas only has 30 rebounds. Miami has 29, and that makes a huge difference. But Kansas moves on to the Final Four. They now have 2,355 NCAA victories. This is I think they said it's their 20th year being a 4 seed or better. So things are looking up good for the Jayhawks. It's going to be a battle against Villanova. It's not going to be easy, but I think Kansas can take that. So I'm going to shut this off because I know you guys are going to want to be going to watch St. Peter's in North Carolina. It'd kind of be neat to see St. Peter's do it again. I don't know if they can handle that because North Carolina is not a pushover. But I'm going to let you guys go. But another great game by the Jayhawks that came back and did what they had to do to win, and then they just poured it on in the second half. So with that, I'm going to let you all go. Take care of yourselves, and remember, Rock Chalk, going to New Orleans, baby. See ya.